Hi all, I have a NAPLEX update. You'll be excited to learn that we have a new NAPLEX starting in May of 2025. The domains have been changed just to keep us on our toes, I guess. So I'm gonna, oops, I forgot to put this as a slideshow. Wait a minute. Am I screen sharing still? Okay, hopefully that's working. Okay, so new NAPLEX in 2025. Hooray. You ask, but why? Why? We just changed it, which we did just change it not too long ago, but it was 2021, and I guess that's 4 years and time to change it again. So this was developed as part of a regular update cycle, which is based on a comprehensive practice analysis of pharmacy. And they are saying that we needed to change these to ensure that it actually reflects the current knowledge, skills, and abilities required for entry-level pharmacists to perform safely and competently in real-world settings. All the language is about real-world practical settings for entry-level pharmacists. And as I said, it's going to start for our graduates in May of 2025. So these are the key reasons that they state for the updates. So they want to align it with modern pharmacy practice. I guess 4 years ago wasn't modern, but so now this is a more current reflection of real world responsibilities of pharmacists. And then they also want to improve test design and flexibility. So these are questions that are more relevant to current practice and ensures the exam can access a wider range of critical knowledge and skills. They used feedback from practicing pharmacists to ensure that it's practical day-to-day duties of entry-level pharmacists. And there's an enhanced focus on critical competencies. So they really talk a lot about patient-centered care, calculations and managing complex medical therapies. You can read all about this if you want to read more. I've got some links for you here. So here's our our 2021 updates for the domains that we've had the last several years, as you become familiar with, I think. And I've started to build a crosswalk. It is not complete, but you can access the crosswalk as I build it over the next. I'm hoping someone will publish something with a crosswalk, but so here's where you can find this if you want to map these current domains to the new domains. So you can see from here, we had 6 domains and now we have 5. Okay. And they have broken out again the percentages of each of these domains that they will ask on the exam, an approximate number of questions, which is kind of nice for the students. So foundational knowledge for pharmacy practice, and I'll go over what that is defined as in a minute. Medication use process, which is another 25% of the exam. The biggest part of the exam is person-centered assessment and treatment planning. If you remember back to this, the biggest was developer managed treatment plans, which was 35% of the exam. This is now pretty much the same thing, a little different wording. Person-centered assessment and treatment planning, which is 40% of the exam. So it's a little bit more. Now I can tell you traditionally we do very well in this section, so that's good. Professional practice, which I'll tell you what that means in a few minutes, which is 5% or 10 questions, and then pharmacy management leadership, which is 5% or 10 questions. All right, the foundational knowledge for pharmacy practice includes pharmaceutical science principles and concepts, compounding, calculations, the drug development process, research design principles and biostatistics, retrieval assessment and interpretation of resources. So drug information, research design, drug development, calculations, compounding, and pharm science, all in this first section that's about 25% of the exam. There's more subcategories under each of those. And did I give you the link to, I should have given you the link to that. Yeah, here's the new domains. If you click on this, it'll give you the detailed, the paper that talks about this in detail. Domain 2 is the medication use process. And you can see it's prescribing, transcribing, documenting, dispensing, administering, and monitoring. So prescription and medication order interpretation, therapeutic substitutions, immunizations, and medication handling. So again, there's subcategories for this. So this is really the dispensing process. Domain 3 is person-centered assessment and treatment planning. So this is the bulk of the exam, 40% of the exam, or maybe not the bulk, it's the biggest category with 80 questions. This is about individualization of therapy. So medication history, allergy history, reconciliation, health history, screening and assessments, therapeutic monitoring, plan development, evaluation and modifications, patient education, OTCs and dietary supplements, and devices to administer medications, and self-monitoring tests. And again, more detail can be had. We're down to domain 4, which is called professional practice, which is about 10 questions or 5% of the exam, ADR reporting and medication error reporting, public health initiatives and risk prevention programs, social determinants and drivers of health, and ethical considerations. And finally, domain 5, pharmacy management and leadership, which is again about 5%, the remaining 5% of the exam, about 10 questions. So this is pharmacy operations, inventory and supply management, quality improvement, and mentorship and preceptorship. So that's it. Now you know everything you want to know about the new NAPLEX, and we will be administering NAPLEX Advantage for our students, which hopefully will reflect these new domains for the exam that our students will be taking in May. So I wanted you to know about this as soon as you could, just so that you can know about the changes in our board exam. I will be updating the categories in ExamSoft to try to reflect this crosswalk as soon as I get that done. And yeah, so as you know, I did that for the CAPE/COPA standards. It also changed. I mapped them to where they moved to as far as the crosswalk from CAPE to COPA. Isn't this great fun? All right. Thank you so much for your help and your attention. If you have any questions or ideas, you let me know. All right. Thank you so much.